Hello, and this is a video review for Donkey Kong for the Game Boy Advance. I'm reviewing it on my DSLR, as I will for cut. Donkey Kong is a game that was first released for arcades in 1981. It was then in 1983 brought to Japanese home consoles on the Nintendo, on the Famicom system. After that, it was released in 1985 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Today it's released. Last year it was released for the Game Boy Advance in the series of NES Classics. A series of video games that are from the very past. Okay, the first thing to talk about is the plot. Basically, it's the first game that featured Super Mario. Here in Japan, he was called Mr. Jumpman, and his girlfriend, and he is a carpenter. His girlfriend, called Pauline, is kidnapped by Donkey Kong, which is this huge ape. And you got to try and get your way to the top to try and grab Pauline. In the original arcade, there was 4 levels for it. When it came to Famicom and NES, there was only 3. Now there's a good reason why there's 3, because basically the first round, which is this round, is the most easiest. Then the second one is a lot more difficult, and then the third one, I've only got to once, and I never got how to do it. The graphics are everything in this game here is accurate to what it was on the NES, and it was it's got the same 8-bit graphics. The only thing that's added on is sleep mode. Okay, let's play some games. Now, one thing to mention about is the sound. Now, the music is good, but other sound effects don't really go well, because it's really annoying. It makes you feel like you've got to play this game with no volume, because I think it makes it better. I mean, if you listen to it, because that isn't how real people would walk. How does game? You got to avoid stuff for points. You can also grab a mallet to make it easy to avoid stuff like barrels or certain enemies. And you climb to the top like that. You see, this is the hardest round because when you get near to the end, there's a spring. Okay, the gameplay. The gameplay is really good. It's how it was back on the original NES, and it makes you I think the only problem is that I was expecting more better titles for the classic NES edition, because Donkey Kong is a good title, as well as Super Mario Bros. And Excitebike. But like Xevious, which is one of the titles chosen for the US version, it's not really an NES classic, it's more of an arcade classic, because more people loved it because it was popular when it was an arcade game. Also, there's some awkward bits, like trying to be able to jump over two barrels where there's a gap in between them. And the game is also fun, and it's a good game if you love classics, and you want something to kill your time. But let me just warn you, it's not really a game for anyone who likes classics, for anyone who is new to it, because people won't understand it, and they'll think that 32-bit or Nintendo DS 64-bit games will be a lot more better than this. So overall, sounds, music is good. But sound effects are completely annoying. Graphics, just like the 8-bit, just like the arcade and NES games. Gameplay, good for people who love classics and want something to kill time. So basically, I give this game around a 7 because some sounds are good, the graphics really fit well. It makes it look like a classic. And it's really annoying. Bye bye.